Hello, hello. It's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I'm back to work on these vinyl coated paper clips. Now, the reason I like to use the vinyl coated is because they are a little bit more protected here on the ends of the metal. So when you're sliding them off and on a page, you're not chancing as much digging into your paper. So that is why I like to buy the vinyl coated. Now the con to using these is that they come in these bright colors, and if you want gold and stuff like that, then you're going to have to buy gold metal ones probably. Now this is a silver and it is vinyl coated, so I don't really know the answer to that exactly. So let's start with this blue one. I have this piece of paper, so let me tear it down a little bit more. And this is the paper from our last video. Let's finish using parts of it up anyway. Oh, just caused a big owie on it. Let's see, right there. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so we're going to try and get it to look this way anyway. Well, we could do it this way. Let's see. So the first thing we want to do is put something through here. And I want to angle it. Let's see, now we can't really put it there because we have to have this part open to get it on here. So that leaves us this piece to work with for the front. Well, the whole piece actually. And it leaves us like this piece for the back. So let's just go. Let's see what happens. Here I have some blue fabric that I could use to cover some of that if I wanted. Here is some blue whatever you call this, ribbon. Let's use some of this. I think I'll need a pair of scissors to fix this piece. Whoops, hit one of my lights. And I will cut it this way, like so. So we get that. And let's see, is there a wire in here? No, I don't think so. I think I took the wire out. So these are not as big as I would normally use. Let's see. I don't really like that big edge on there. So let's see what we can do to get rid of that. Probably nothing, because I think it'll all just fray apart. But let's try it. Let's cut it down the middle. And now we'll take it through here. after you do a couple of them, then you get a little more used to what this is going to do. Sometimes it's easier just to use paper to cover them. But I was thinking that might be nice to use some ribbon to start with. Oh no, you get back under there. Okay. Okay, you're gonna go there, and you're gonna go right there. And this is going to go right here to clean that mess up. Okay. So now I'll take this and angle cut those. Oh, I cut it the wrong direction. Oh, Angela. Okay. This way. Yes, that's the right way. And then, no, this way. Yes. And let's redo that one because now we are getting a better hang of which way we have to cut. There. One more. We can do a better cut than that. So you're cutting from the open side to the closed side at an angle. And that gives you that little V there. Whew, that was tough. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this one now. And we'll V-cut it. There we go. Okay. We're just going to glue that one on there. So what are these for? Well, they're just decorations for your journal. They're just journal decor. That's all it is. And let's see. Could we put that on there? I think we could. We'll go like this, maybe like that, maybe cut just a little bit closer there, a little bit closer there, and now we'll go under there. I hope I'm going in the right direction. And let's see. So that actually is going to have to come out right here to there and here to there. Cut those out. Okay, now hopefully that will, yes it will, it'll fit right in there now, nicely like a little bib. There. And there. Let's see now. I have to get one that I know is finished so I can look at it. This one. Okay, so see, this is a bigger one, I think. Well, maybe not. So yes, we're using the right part down here. Okay. We're using the correct section. Wanted to be sure of that. And let's see. We do have this. It could come on there. No, not that. Maybe that could go on there like that. That might be kind of cute. Or not. Here's a little pinky one. Could put that over that. Kind of like a fabric flip type thing, you know. And I'll just send that through and over and under. It's kind of being fussy, so if you don't really like fussy stuff, this might not be for you because it is a little bit fussy. I don't mind fussy stuff, but sometimes I don't like it at all. Let's see what it looks like back there. Mess. It looks like a mess back here, but let's see what we can do to unmess it. Okay, we can do that. Yes, we sure can. And then we'll do that right over here. Perfect. We'll stick this in here. And then we'll come back here. I'm just making these on the fly, guys. No rhyme or reason, nothing like that. And then you could put a big flower thing on them. You could put this little ribbon around here. Like so. That kind of makes it look a little more finished, doesn't it? So let's just do that. And just put that right there. Come around here like so. And my fingers will stick to it like crazy. Get off me. crazy stuff. Let's pull that piece down. It was sticking up kind of right there, and I didn't like it. Okay. And then perhaps we could put this one back here, and then maybe we'll put something else right there. Okay, and then could be for somebody's birthday. It's not very pretty. I got these from Robin. I'm gonna take this heart off of there. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, so let's see what it looks like on a page. Oh, it's going to go this way. So depending on which way you make these is which way they're going to go. So you can see that this one goes this way. And yeah, or well, it really can't go this way. I mean, this is not going to be able to go behind here, right? We would have to take this off of the middle. There we go. Let's just get rid of that part. Okay, let's put something. What would we put there? I think maybe I would put something tiny, like a little dot or a leaf or something. Maybe tiny, small. Like here's a hat. Maybe we could put a hat in there. Could we? Could we? Could we? We could. No, we can't. But we could put a butterfly there, and it would match fine. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you have to let this glue on the bottom dry on these, because they're kind of, they're a papery, fabric-y type of flower. They're not really fabric, but it's kind of like that craft text. That's what that is exactly like. So we have something like that. Here's my other one that I made before. Now I put paper on this one. You can see I used a pretty nice wide piece. I used one long piece. And then I added bigger items around it. And I even covered up part of the thing here. So let's see what we can do with the next one. Let's see. I have purple and pink here. So let's see. I have some paper that might be purple. Let's use this. Okay. So how wide is that? It is that wide. Right there. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Okay, we have that. And it will go with this, I suppose. This does have this on the back, so there is some sort of a decoration on it. And then I did this at an angle. And that's okay to have that showing. Where'd I put it? Well, no telling what I did with it now. Oh, here it is. So I put it at kind of that angle. And then to get those angles on here, you just cut straight up, however deep you want. Then you cut at that angle and that angle. And that gives you your cute little V. And you do the same back here. And you could make a nice deep cut, or you can make these shallower cuts. You can make shallower ones in this one too. Okay, so we have that. And the lavender back there is good. We could put something back here if we wanted. So we're going, this one is going to go on this way. If you want this to go the other way, you have to flip it over and decorate this bottom part right here. Okay? So we could do that. Let's make this one go the opposite direction. We have our purple paper. Let's put it in there. Okay. So far, so good. We've got this pointing the right direction. So let's put this right along here, and I like to put it right against the metal, or on this case it's a plastic covering the metal. I like to put it right against it so that it's kind of keeping itself stationary. Okay, let me grab a couple of flowers and a few other doodads. Oh, I lost my shoe. Okay, so I have some flowers. And then I also have on this one some bling. So let me grab my bling drawer. Okay, I got my bling drawer. I'm just going to set it over here. And then bring this over. I don't know if we'll use it, but let's look at it. And let's see if there's something there we want. You see all that? So pretty, isn't it? Whoops. It says I can't stand up alone. Okay. So, here we go. We need to decorate this with some stuff. So I have, like I said, I have these beautiful pieces from Robin. Now, this one, I just took the thing off of it. Robbing one to pay the other. But that would be cute on here. The bird would be cute. This would be great. Oh, of course, the circle is always perfect. Here is a teacup. No, don't like it. Here's this little girl. Too big. There's a heart. Too big. I know the drawer I need. This is what happens when the drawers are at the bottom and there's no way to lift them up. Oh, I didn't get the bling drawer. I got the wax drawer. Huh. I have a wax drawer. If you want to see how I store my wax stuff. This is it. A piece of bling fell down in it. But I keep in here all my wax stuff, including the lighter. And I did get this new heating tool. My grandkids love to do this, so I have 3 burners plus this new electric one. When they're here, they all sit around and make wax seals. Easy entertainment, let me tell you. Okay, here we go. Well, I was thinking this was a drawer, but I think I could be wrong. But that's kind of cute. I don't know. I think we might go with these things that I got from Robin. Okay, so we do have this guy. And there can always be something tucked in. See, like, I think, no, that guy's sitting on top. Okay. They can sit on top too. So we could do a giant flower. Or we could do these little groups of flowers. Like so. Those are very pretty. We could put them with a checkered or gingham flower. One of these could go in the... Oh no, it goes this way. We could pull that out and put that in the center. Or that. That would be pretty. Excuse me. There's that one. Teeny tiny. Got lots of teeny tinies. Oh look, here's kind of a faux leather one. Here's a rose. That's a bluish purple. Here's another one of those. Well, let's just see what we can do with that. Oh, here's another one. Okay. So we don't have to make it exactly like this one. Let's take this. Okay, let's take this one. Let's see if we can get that off there. There we go. Okay, that's still nice and sealed right there. I think these words might be upside down, but I think that's okay. I really don't want to flip that around. We'll take that one off. Okay. And then I think we'll put in this one. You guys need to just stay where you are. See, sometimes, like I said, the glue has to kind of absorb in first, then you re-glue it, and now it will probably glue just fine. I don't know. It's just how these felty things are, you know. These felty, leathery concoctions. Not that one. Oh, look at that. Perfect. There. And then we have this one that could go there. Just like so. And let's put this one maybe there. Oh, did you see that fly? I've been trying to catch him. That's the one that I said help me in my last video, because he was buzzing over in the drawer and it sounded awful. Very scary. Yeah, I did not like it. It just sounded so eerie. Him buzzing around in the plastic drawers. Creepy. So that one is very simple, but it's beautiful. I mean, look at that. It really is just very pretty. Of course, it really has to dry a lot because that stuff's not sticking yet. And then, you know, maybe you'd want to cover this with something back here. That would be kind of up to you. But let's try another one of those. So what color do I have now? I now have pink. So let me find a piece of pink paper. Let's get rid of those. And we need a piece of pink paper. And it really is best to find a two-sided if you can. Because it just helps. I do have this with the butterflies. That's a pink one. What else is in here? Oh, that's a pretty one. we'll do this one. Okay. So we have that one. Nope, not using that one. Although that is very pretty, isn't it? That would be pretty at the bottom. But we're going to use this one. And so we need to cut that. And I think we'll cut it right about there. Not keeping that little cluster of beads. Now this one would be really long. We probably don't want it that long. Let's make it a little bit shorter. Right about here, I suppose. Okay. And then we'll take it at this angle. Or any angle. You know, you decide what angle you'd like. And we'll cut these again. And then straight up the middle. Well, not all the way up the middle. Just a little ways up the middle. Oh, I cut that one off. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. None of these are ever perfect. Let's ink this one. I should have found a bright pink, but because my paper clip is kind of a bright pink. And you do have to be aware that this will show from both sides. At least parts of it will. Okay. So, the longest side, this one's going to go the opposite direction of the last one. Are you going to fit on there? You're not. Okay, if you cut it and it won't fit, then just give it a little clip out right there. Okay, just like a tag shape. And then kind of have to squish it to get it on there, but once you get it up to the slits, you'll be fine. And there you go. We're up to the slits. So we're good. And I'm just going to pull that down on there and press it. And this is really a rehashing the oldies. You'll have 2 of those this week. Because we'll have done the snippet as well, and that's a rehashing the oldies. So we have that. Do have a little bit of that. No, that's not it. Nope. 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 Nopey, nopey, nope, nope, nope. Okay. So, oh, this. Why did I bring this over, you say? Because I was thinking that some of this could be used on here. I don't know exactly how. But I think we could use it. Okay. I think we could put this through here. And it's got to go under that one. Remember, that's got to be your slip-on to the other paper. And that might be hanging down a little bit too far. So let's try that a little different. About here, I think. You don't want them all bunched up there. You want them spread out like so. See? Now you could bring them off to one side. I think maybe that would be better. Because then that allows this to still slip onto the page pretty freely. So let's do that. Okay, so now we say, how in the world do we get that to glue? Well, we're just going to try it. We're just going to try it. I think I need a paper towel. I don't have a paper towel. I have Kleenex. But it leaves Kleenexy things on my fingers. Oh, this is what I'm after right here. The tape. Okay, so now if I put this on here, I'm going to have to cover it, right? Right. So I will need a Band-Aid of some sort on that. And I think the same way up here, we're going to apply it, and then we'll apply a Band-Aid of some sort. Okay, where did I know I had a paper towel. Oh, there it is, buried. Okay. And we know that we can put flowers on here to bury, or to, not to bury, to bury, flowers to bury it. We'll need flowers. Anybody want to bring the bagpipes? Okay. So I think something like that would cover it pretty darn good. But I think we'll cover it with a little something more first. So, we know that green and pink are very nice together. Could we, or would we, or should we, could we, would we, should we? We don't really know. Based on the Mickey Mouse. I better stop singing. Google's starting to look at channels and really check the AI on them. They're really checking the hashtagging. Shouldn't have more than 6 hashtags on your site. So Important things going on. I just want to give that a second little wrap there. Then I'll probably have to do something right up there too. Yeah, I pulled that down. Okay. Yeah, I think they said 4 to 6 hashtags is fine in your description box, but they don't want you over hashtagging. I want to go ahead and bring this back up here. I know it's kind of fat and bulky, but gotta cover up my tape somehow. Oh, the flower will do that, won't it? Yeah. There we go. I don't really like these beads on here. I think they're a little too bulky. I think it's better to use something flatter in the middle. Like here is a little one that could go in there. And I think that's okay. Just like that. So let's apply that one. Hi, babe. There. And let's just let it dry for a minute. There. Ooh, I like that. I like it. Let's experiment. You can just barely see it in there. That's okay. It looks good. There. Look at that. It's a little bulky. It's this. This is the bulky. But look at that. Isn't that sweet? Ooh, I think it's pretty. Maybe another one or two flowers on there, maybe? I do have these. No. Wrong. I do have that one, which goes with those. And, oh, darn, that one has the bulky center with the beads. Aha. Here's one with a little diamond in the center. That would be cute. And there's one that could go inside of there. Kind of like to double them up. So we've come a long way from that first one we did. It was kind of a mess. But these look good. So you never know what your first thing is going to turn out like. It could be good or it could be sad. I think we'll put that one right in there. Well, maybe it needs to go over here. Maybe it just needs to be this one right there. Yes. One right there. Just kind of tuck it in. And there we go. What do you think? Yeah, very pretty. And then you can decorate the backs too if you want. So will it fit on a card? I don't know. We know it's got to go this way. And yes, it will. So there you go. Cute little bookmark for your journal. They are a little bulky. So you might want to put them like on the front page where you have a little extra space, or in the very back page where you have a little extra space. So let's see what we have. Old. First try after years. And then we have this one. And we have, oh yeah, this one. I think this one is very pretty. It's very simple, but very pretty. And this one I think is very pretty because it's got these little doodads on it. So there we go. What do you think? Worth it or not? So just a few little things. I have some with flowers in them, and I have some that are feathers. That would be cute to do something like that. And then the flowers, of course. And the gold with the diamond flowers. Oh, look at this one. Pearls and diamonds. Not real diamonds. But a girl can pretend, huh? So there we are. That's those. There they go. I'm going to stand them back up. Let me clean this stuff out of the way. And let's see. That goes back there. So does that. That goes in the garbage. Oh. Goodness, my paper gets in here with, my nose gets in here with all this paper, and it just starts running like crazy. It just runs and runs nonstop. Okay, well, I'm almost there. Cleaning this off so you can get a better view. And that, my friends, is a Rediscovering the Oldies for decorative paper clips. So there you go. Very, very quick and simple to what looks more complicated and is very simple here. But yeah, you just have to make sure you're putting it on the longest end of the paper clip. So the longest end, that's where it all goes, is on the long part. Okay. So there we go. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll give it a try. A lot of fun. Lots of decorative things you could do, and you could put butterflies on here. You could put fuzzies and lace and all kinds of things. You wouldn't even have to use this stuff. You could just use like old doilies and stuff. So, and look at my gluey hands. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's all I have for today. Really, really this time. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye.